Hi guys, welcome to the introduction for A-level psychology. I'm just going to go through the slides with you. If you have a listen, have a go at any of the tasks that I'm going to go through, and I hope this will be helpful for you. So, A-level psychology focuses on the complexities of human behaviour. It studies the science of the mind, behaviour and experience. It looks at how individuals think, what they do and the way they are affected by their biological makeup and the wider social group. So psychology will offer you a unique academic experience. You will need to be able to learn scientific information such as the aims, procedures and findings of studies. Some answers require you to be concise, but there are also longer essay-based answers, thus again providing diverse experiences and useful transferable skills developed through the study of fascinating topics. Most importantly, psychology gives you an opportunity to learn, understand and evaluate issues happening around you in your everyday life, which could then be applied to the wider world. It's not just a factual subject, but enables reflection on one's own experience. So what will I be learning and what will the lessons be like? Lessons will offer different learning opportunities with written work conducted alongside discussion and pair work, presentations, videos, practical work, so there'll be some experiments as well. This is what your learning will look like. Every single lesson you will be given something called a placemat. That's what's on the left side of the PowerPoint, and then you will be given an evaluation sheet. So these are the two exam techniques that we will be using every single lesson. So will you be able to outline the study, the theory, and will you be able to evaluate it? And I've created these for you so they help you in your lessons. How will I be assessed? So there will be tests at the end of every topic that we do. You'll have assessments every few weeks, essay-based questions. You'll be assessed through feedback. So I'll be giving you feedback in lesson or written, classwork, homework, timed questions, end of unit tests. You'll have a mock exam approximately in February and June in year 12, and then in November in year 13. These dates are not set, they may change, but this is just an overview of what's happened in previous years. These are the exam techniques that are required of you. You are required to know description, so AO1, AO2 is the application. Are you able to apply your knowledge? The knowledge that you learn, are you able to apply it to different contexts? And are you able to evaluate what you're learning, so strengths and weaknesses of a certain theory. I will show you in a minute, but there is a research methods topic in psychology. There's two topics that we look through, one in year 12 and one in year 13, and these are math skills and statistics. Last year there were questions across all three papers on research methods, and last year it was 38% of the marks were research methods marks, and that's statistics like I said, and 10% of them are math skills as well, like working out mean, median, mode, working out percentages, things like that. So there are three papers for psychology. You have paper 1, which is introductory topics. There's 4 topics in there. You have paper 2, which is psychology in context, and there's only 3 topics because the last topic, research methods, is worth 2 topics. And then you have paper 3, which is the issues and options in psychology. So you will study issues and debates, and then I have picked relationships, schizophrenia and aggression for the topics for you to pick. As you can see, again, research methods is highlighted on there. It is worth 48 marks when every other topic is worth 24, but you also could get research methods questions throughout all 3 papers as well. So this is roughly what the year will look like. There might be some changes, but this is just for you to know. We'll be looking at approaches as the first topic, and then we'll do memory, attachment, social influence and bio. Throughout the topics, 1 lesson a week we'll be doing research methods rather than doing it all in one, because it can be quite boring, quite difficult. We're only going to spend a lesson a week on research methods and do it bit by bit. just give you a minute to have a look at the options next year in year 13. Okay, these are just some top 10 careers with psychology, just for you to have a look at. Okay, and these are just some recommended films that are on Netflix or Amazon Prime or on YouTube, just ones that you can watch over the summer. And on the right hand side there I've also put how they are related to psychology. Some more films here. Okay, what you're going to do now is have a go at home on your own, and or if you're with people, and have a go at something called the Stroop challenge. So what I want you to do is I want you to read aloud the colour of the words, but not the words themselves, so just the colour. See if you can time how long it takes for you to read these words. So you're reading the colour, not the word. So as you can see, probably that didn't take you very long. The colour and the word are the same. Now I want you to again to do the same thing, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult for you. So you're reading the colour. Okay, so that is called, like I said, the Stroop effect. And what they found is that children under 7 are quicker than you at doing this. Maybe have a think about why that is. So the Stroop test is named after Don Ridley Stroop, and it's a demonstration of reaction time of a task, and is often used to illustrate the nature of automatic processing versus conscious visual control. So when we look at the words in the test, we process the colour of each word as well as the meaning, if they are the same. However, if they are different, we automatically want to read the word rather than read the colour. So experience has taught us to attach more significance to the meaning of the words rather than the colours, because reading is automatic for most people. Therefore, we are instructed to do the opposite and pay more attention to the colour of the word. That's when interference occurs. So we have to consciously adjust our answers, as this new task is not as familiar to us as reading it. So the results in our reaction times become much slower. Okay, what I want you to do here is, if you could have a look at this video. It's about 1 minute and 40 seconds long, and then in the next slide I want you to answer the questions. So these are the questions. And they're the answers. So hopefully you wouldn't have been able to answer some of the questions because you wouldn't have noticed some of these things because you were concentrating more on what was happening in the video. So again, that's your brain processing information that's right there rather than looking in your surroundings. And that's directly related to memory. Okay, so this is a topic in Year 12 that we do, and Loftus and Palmer are 2 psychologists that have carried out lots of research on eyewitness testimony. So, and that's evidence given in court by someone who has witnessed a crime. So, how memory works and why we forget. Why do we make errors? What is a schema? So, Elizabeth Loftus says that evidence given by witnesses in court cases is highly unreliable, because people are influenced by the type of questions that are asked. So in year 12, you're going to learn a study when she asked participants different series of questions, and she used different verbs. So she used the word hit, bumped, and smashed. When she used those words, participants gave a speed that they thought the car was going based on the words she used when she asked the question. So the misleading question then meant that participants gave the wrong answer, and actually they didn't witness the car wasn't driving as fast as they thought it was, only because she used the word smashed. Okay, and then based on that, these are the kind of exam questions that you could get. Okay, and that on the right hand side there, I'll give you a few seconds to have a read at the actual procedure that she did. Again, you're going to learn this in year 12 and you will be expected to answer questions on it. As you can see, there's an essay question there that says describe and evaluate research into the influence of misleading information on the accuracy of eyewitness testimony, and that is a 16 marker. That is the longest essay question you can get in psychology. There isn't a longer essay than that. So I'll give you a few seconds to have a read. Right, some of you would have already received your summer milestone. So what you need to do is you need to summarise each research method, experimental design, and include what is involved in each. And I want you to write at least 3 strengths and at least 3 weaknesses for each. Don't spend too much time. If you really can't find the information, just do as much as you can, and they are the things that you need to do on there. And in order for you to do psychology at St George's, you need to have achieved at least a B in GCSE psychology, or a 5 in GCSE science triple, or a 5 in biology GCSE, or a 5 in GCSE psychology. So you need to have that, and you also, maybe I should also add that you also need a 5 in maths as well. These are the textbooks, so I do recommend getting the first one, the one with the green haired girl, as you can see on the left hand side. That's the textbook that you need for next year, for year 12, and then the pink haired girl is for year 13. Okay, thank you very much, and I hope you choose psychology next year. Thank you for listening.